Hi everyone, my name is Angie Goldsmith and I'm a proud community college graduate. After completing my associate's degree, I was fortunate enough to transfer to Columbia University to complete my bachelor's degree. And so today I want to share a little bit about my transfer experience and some tips that I think will be helpful for you when you go through this process. So a little bit about my personal story. I was actually a non-traditional student. I did not go to college straight from high school. I joined the workforce. And so it was quite a challenge just coming back to school, taking night classes while working full time. And when it came to transferring, it was such a crazy idea to apply to a school like Columbia. It was kind of like this dream I had, and I decided to go for it. And I am so glad I did, because I ended up transferring there on multiple PTK transfer scholarships and complete my bachelor's degree. So I thought long and hard about what really helped me or what I wish I would have known back when I was applying, and I identified three main things that I want to share with you today. So the first one is you should really make sure that this top tier school that you're looking at is the right place for you. I think that the conversation is always kind of about, how do I make myself more competitive, or am I a good fit for this school? And no one is really asking, are those top tier institutions the right fit for me? A lot of them are research institutions. You work with TAs, you have those large lecture halls. And so for me, for example, it was a very different experience than what I had at the community college. And I wasn't really prepared for it. So I think that when you're applying, you should really look at those things and make sure that this is the right fit for you, and that you want to go to those schools for the right reason. So that's number one. The second point is that you should not put all of your eggs in one basket, but also don't be afraid to fail. So if you have this dream to transfer to this top school, go for it. Do it. It doesn't matter if it seemed crazy at the time. You will never make this dream come true unless you try. The other side of it, though, is that you want to make sure that you keep your options open. So you don't want to be in a situation where you get into the school, but then you can't afford it and you didn't apply to other schools, and so you're stuck. My third point is you should ask for help. I think that this is probably the most important thing to do when you go through this process. I did not grow up in the United States, and so the entire transfer process was such a maze. I had absolutely no idea how to apply to a school, let alone an Ivy League institution. And so I took the time to reach out to alumni from my community college, to PTK alumni that transferred to Columbia, and ask them, what did you do? What do you think was the most important part of your application? How can I improve my application? And they really pointed me in the right direction. They emphasized the importance of the essay and who should I ask for my letters of recommendations and all kinds of things that were really helpful. And so don't ever be afraid to reach out and just ask if you don't know, or if you just want a second opinion. And then the other side of that is you can talk to all these people and read other people's applications, but ultimately your application has to be yours. It has to be authentic. It has to be representative of who you are. And I think that that's really key when it comes to transferring to those top schools, because they don't want a certain image of a great student. They want to see who you really are, and what you bring to their institution. And so you want to make sure that your application reflects that. So these are the three things. Transferring to an elite school is a bit stressful. It's a bit of a scary process, especially in the beginning. But I think that if you make sure that this is the right place for you, and you really keep your options open by applying to different schools, and also asking for help throughout the process, I think that it's absolutely doable and you should totally go for it. The last thing that I want to sort of end on is that I truly believe that success is not about the institution. I think that it's about the person. It doesn't matter where you go. You can go to an Ivy League and not make the best of it, and you can go to another school and take advantage of every single opportunity that's there. So ultimately, you can be successful wherever you are, and I think that that's the most important thing to remember. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm always happy to help in any way I can, and thank you for listening.